Imagine you could lock in today's price on a house you want to buy in 6 months, without actually buying it yet. If the price goes up, you still get it at today's price. If it drops, you can just walk away. That's basically what an option lets you do with stocks. Let's break down exactly how. This is the first video in a series where we go from zero to actually understanding how options work. No finance degree required. By the end of this one, you'll know exactly what an option is and why they even exist. An option is a contract, and it gives you the right, but not the obligation, to buy or sell something at a price you agree on today, before a certain date. There are always two sides to this contract. On one side, you have the buyer. The buyer pays a small amount of money, called a premium, to get that right. On the other side, you have the seller, sometimes called the writer. The seller collects that premium, but in exchange takes on an obligation. If the buyer decides to use their right, the seller has to follow through. So remember this one line: the buyer has a right, the seller has an obligation. That single distinction is the key to understanding everything else about option. Every single option, no matter how complex it looks, is built from just 4 pieces. Let's look at a real example. First, the underlying. This is the actual asset the option is based on. In this case, Apple stock. Second, the strike price. This is the price that's locked in. Here is $300. Third, the expiration date. This is the deadline. After this date, the contract is gone. It either got used or it expires worthless. Here, that's the December 19th, 2026. And fourth, the premium. This is the price you pay to buy the option in the first place. It's not the same as the strike price, it's the cost of entry into the contract. Underlying, strike, expiration and premium. Those 4 things define every option that exists. So why would anyone use this instead of just buying the stock directly? 3 main reasons. 1. Leverage. Options let you control a large position with a small amount of money. 2. Hedging. You can use options like insurance to protect a position you already own against a drop in price. 3. Income. You can actually get paid the premium yourself by taking on the seller's side of the contract. We are going to dig deep into all 3 of these in future videos, especially income, because that's actually one of the most underrated ways retail investors can use options. So now you know what an option actually is, but there are 2 main types of options, calls and puts. And how each one plays out is where it gets really interesting. That's exactly what we will be covering in the next video. So if this made sense so far, that one is going to click even faster. See you there!